Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between towering mountains and shimmering lakes, three men found themselves engaged in a heated discussion that echoed through the narrow alleyways. They were passionate artists, each zealous in their belief that they were the greatest painter in their town. It was an age-old debate, one that had become embarrassing and cumbersome, as the three friends turned adversaries. Their discussion was filled with bravado, voices raised as they made bold claims about their artistic prowess, until a local Zen master overheard them while meditating in his serene garden. Curious about the commotion, the Zen master approached the men, his presence radiating a calm that began to calm their tempers. "Why do you argue?" he asked, raising one eyebrow as he examined each of their faces filled with pride and determination. Art, like life, is subjective. It is not a matter of competition, but of expression. Realizing they had disturbed the peace of the master, the three men instantly quieted down, shifting their gazes to the ground in a mixture of guilt and respect. They had come to seek validation but found themselves in the presence of someone who truly understood the essence of art. Hesitantly, the first painter spoke up. "We were arguing over who is the best painter, master. We want to prove our worth." The Zen master smiled softly. "Very well," he replied. "Let us settle this matter, but not through mere words. I want you each to paint your masterpiece. I shall provide 3 buckets of paint, and you will each have a brush." His eyes twinkled with a mix of wisdom and mischief as he continued. "The one who paints the best picture may consider themselves the victor." Relieved and excited, the 3 men followed the master to his outdoor studio, where the sun's rays danced on their canvas of light. Each painter was given a respective bucket filled with vibrant pigment, one red, one blue, and the last yellow. The Zen master instructed them to paint not just what they saw, but what they felt within, emphasizing the idea that true art comes from the depths of one's soul. With a focused intention, the first man dipped his brush into the red paint. He meticulously created a perfect circle, its edges smooth and precise. Stepping back, he announced, "This is a perfect circle. It symbolizes the eternal cycle of life with no beginning and no end." His pride glowed as he admired his work. Next, the second man chose blue, his brush gliding across the canvas in a frenzy of motion. Waves formed on his surface. They seemed to capture the dynamic essence of the ocean, complete with crashing surf and embracing serenity. "Behold my creation," he cheered. "These waves represent the unpredictable journey of life, ever-changing and flowing." As they admired the second man's work, the third painter felt a pang of insecurity. He picked up the yellow paint and, instead of angrily trying to match his competitors, he began to swirl the brush in spontaneous and playful strokes. Spiraling lines formed a depiction of the sun peeking through the clouds, a gentle representation of hope rising above adversity. Finally, the 3 men's masterpieces stood side by side, and the Zen master appeared satisfied in the moment, reflecting on each piece of art thoughtfully. He immersed himself in the colors and textures, while the men waited, eager for his judgment. After a moment of silence, he turned to the first painter with a gentle smile. "Your circle symbolizes the infinite nature of existence, but it also reflects a certain rigidity. Life cannot simply be about perfection. At times, it needs to embrace imperfection." The first man's pride momentarily faltered, but before he could say anything, the master moved towards the second man. "Your waves are captivating," he continued, "yet they remind us that life will always ebb and flow, creating turmoil in its wake. It is important to remember the storms will pass, but seeking solace within that chaos is essential." The second painter nodded, more contemplative than before, the weight of the insights sinking in. Finally, the master turned to the third painter. "Your sun is a reflection of joy, light, and warmth. Love and hope are always present, even amidst the clouds. This art speaks to the spirit and life's potential to shine through even the darkest days." With each assessment, the men felt their competitive spirits fading. The Zen master continued, "In art, as in life, there is no absolute best. Each piece tells a unique story of your internal worlds. You see, sometimes the greatness lies not in the result, but in the journey captured upon the canvas. Your purpose, dear friends, is to express, explore, and understand yourselves better through your creations." In that moment of realization, the three men finally grasped that their pursuits had never truly been about competition, but rather about self-discovery. They embraced the perspective of non-attachment taught by the master and understood that art was a personal reflection of their existence, not merely a contest for accolades and honor. With newfound camaraderie, they thanked the Zen master for the lesson. Inspired, they decided to spend time painting together, exploring their craft and learning from one another. The once rival painters transformed their relationship into one of friendship, growth, and collaboration, as they deepened their understanding of artistry and the beauty of diverse perspectives. Days turned into weeks, and the men flourished in their newfound approach to creativity. They organized community art events, encouraging others to express themselves through their creations without the burdens of comparison. Their philosophies spread, giving the village a vibrant cultural tapestry grounded in love, cooperation, and self-expression. As the seasons changed around them, each artist continued to evolve. Their canvases transformed with swirling emotions painted in colors that represented their inner journeys. They embraced the fact that greatness resided not in a singular masterpiece, but in every brushstroke, every shared story, and the laughter that radiated through their combined passions. One day, the Zen master visited their refreshing gallery, now brimming with hopeful creations that adorned its walls. He marveled at the transformation and saw the light within each of them, reflecting understanding, acceptance, and growth. "You have learned the most profound lesson of all," he said, a proud smile parting his lips. "In this world, we are all artists painting our own lives. Celebrate your uniqueness and recognize the beauty in others, for in the rich diversity of experiences, wisdom blooms." As the sun dipped below the horizon, the three men exchanged knowing glances filled with gratitude and enlightenment. Their journey had led them to uncover not just the significance of art but the wisdom in life itself, a life where connection, respect, and acceptance forged the path to self-improvement. In the echoes of the Zen master's wisdom, they discovered their purpose: to inspire the world with their passion, to share the message that greatness lies not merely in the pursuit of competition, but in the beauty of collaboration and the illuminating journey towards self-discovery. We all carry a unique brush with which to paint the canvas of our lives. This story reminds us that true wisdom lies not in the result, but in the experience, the acceptance of oneself and others, and the intertwining of perspectives that create a vibrant tapestry. In our journeys, it is essential to foster an atmosphere of cooperation instead of competition, for this can lead us to fulfillment beyond measure. Embrace the collective art of life, and let it inspire you to create a masterpiece of your own.